Hello everyone and welcome back to Shanahan Militaria. In today's video we're going to cover an item of headdress, and what we're going to cover is this. And what this is an original British Army World War II service cap or side cap badge to the Royal Ulster Rifles. So as always we're going to put it on the table, we're going to have a quick look at the headdress, and we're going to have a quick look at the cap badge and the regimental history. So now we have the side cap on the mannequin's head. We can have a quick look at it. This was in a video before, or an enveloping video or unboxing. It is original. It's 1939. Its manufacturer stamp is there and the broadhead arrow. I don't know if that camera is picking that up now, there's an awful shadow, but it is original, Second World War. So we'll just talk a bit about the cap badge and the regiment first of all. As you see, it's King's Crown, made of iron, wing lady, turns into a harp. And forgive me, I can't pronounce this, but it's Latin, and it's who will separate us, and that is to depict that there was Catholics and Protestants in this regiment at the time, and that was their motto: who shall separate us. Bit of history about this regiment. Initially, it was known as the Royal Irish Rifles. And then in 1920, after the First World War and the carnage of the First World War, the army was readjusting regiments and re-amalgamating regiments and basically trying to sort itself out after losing a huge amount of men and trying to go back to a peacetime operation. But the four provinces in Ireland are Ulster, Munster, Leinster and Connacht. And three of those provinces had their own regiment, except Ulster. So in the 1st of January 1921, the Royal Irish Rifles became the Royal Ulster Rifles. So then every province in Ireland had its own regiment until the formation of the Irish Republic, when three of those regiments were disbanded, but the Royal Ulster stayed. So we'll talk a bit about its history in the Second World War. It had two battalions. Well, it had a few battalions, but the two main battalions, or the regular army battalions, was the 1st and the 2nd battalion. The 1st battalion, I believe, came back from India. I'm almost positive came back from India, and was because they were light infantry or a light rifles regiment, they were formed into a glider-borne infantry, and they were part of the 1st Air Landing Brigade, 1st Airborne Division, and then they were later transferred to the 6th Airborne Landing Brigade, 6th Airborne Division. The headdress at that time, I believe I have a photo, I might put a photo up, at that time was basically the standard red beret of the Airborne Division, but they had this cap badge with a green backing behind it. Then in, I believe, 1942, when this hat or this cap came out of issue and changed to a general purpose beret, general service beret, the 2nd battalion wore the green backing behind their cap badge as well. So, as I said, the 1st Airborne, the 1st Glider Airborne Infantry of this battalion, of this regiment, fought in every airborne operation of the Second World War, pretty much from D-Day all the way. And then the 2nd battalion, also massive battle honours, or fighting in the Second World War. They initially landed on D-Day. They were the first troops to enter Caen. They fought the whole way up then into the Rhine and into Germany, which was pretty much their Second World War history. Then in 1948, both battalions were amalgamated again to form just the 1st Battalion Royal Ulster Rifles. It had one TA or one reserve battalion, but the regular regiments or regular battalions were both amalgamated into one. And then in November 1950, it formed up with the 29th Independent Infantry Brigade and went to Korea. And then it fought with the 8th United States Army in Korea. So then that was pretty much its war history. After the Korean conflict, it was in Cyprus, it was in Crete, it did all the garrison duties around the British Empire at that time that it still had. And then in 1968, the Royal Irish Rifles, the Royal Irish Fusiliers and the Royal Enniskillen Fusiliers and the Royal Ulster Rifles were amalgamated to form the Royal Irish Rangers. And we have already covered their headdress in a video previous, so please look it up. And later on we will cover the Royal Irish Rifles as well. Excuse me, something caught my throat. So that's just a brief history about this regiment, from the Second World War and Korea and up until it was disbanded. So if you like what we provide here at Shanahan Militaria, please like, please subscribe, please hit the notification button, and please tune in for the next video. Thank you very much.